Hey world, it's your host Marshall. Thanks for tuning into my podcast, Run On Thoughts. Here we talk about everything and nothing because we are not afraid to be all of ourselves even as we evolve. And that's my thought for my fellow thought thinkers as we unpack our traumas, past hurts, and other BS. Y'all ready? Let's go.
Let's go, thought thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Run On Thoughts. I am excited to be here. And before we get started, I want to stand in a place of gratitude and thank every single solitary listener who has listened from the very beginning and who has gone on this journey of unpacking and unlearning with me. I want to thank anyone who is listening for the first time. I welcome you to subscribe. I welcome you to go to runONthoughts.com. There you can become a thought thinker. You can share this with people. I want you to understand that you can have power. You can take what you need and you can throw the rest away or put it up on the shelf or share it with someone else, because here we think thoughtfully. We use our brains and our hearts. We do not judge. We analyze and we reconstruct. We unpack. We open that nasty luggage that's been sitting in the corner of your room for years, decades. And we go through it piece by piece. And we see what we need for the next journey. Don't get me wrong, guys. Unpacking is not about leaving an empty suitcase. It's about knowing what items to take with you on each journey. Your life should constantly be about unpacking. With that, I want to get started on today's episode. It's a simple title: Keep Living. Guys, we got to keep living. I know that life has a way of throwing obstacles at us, setbacks, disappointments, challenges that make us want to shrink into ourselves and hide. But we can't do that because the truth is we only got one life. And we can't let the struggles, the obstacles of life shrink us from living a full life. Run On Thoughts is, yes, it's my mind. My mind is always wondering, but it's always wondering because I want to share with you guys what I see for all of us. And I know, like I said, it all doesn't apply, but I want you guys to have a safe space to go when you are feeling like the world simply doesn't understand you. Because the truth is, the world doesn't have to understand you. You have to understand you, and that is okay. I want us to embrace life as it is, not waiting for perfection to show up. How many damn times do we have to talk about this perfection? It's not a real place. It doesn't live anywhere. It's not on the journey. There is no place to go that looks like perfection. Seeking perfection will drive you crazy. And I know we're all a little bit crazy, but I don't want you to drive yourself crazy. I don't want you to be crazy. I want us to know that we are whole. I want us to not be afraid. I want us to wear the dress. I want us to use the fine china or plastic. I want us to laugh loudly. I want us to dance in the rain. I want you to show up even with your flaws and faults. Because living isn't about waiting for everything to be perfect. It's about being present, authentic, and unafraid to shine right where you are. Trust me, I know that we have all been there. We are all having a human experience. And today I'm not going to use no fancy nothing. I just want to talk to you guys from my heart and share my life and things that I see about all of us. I have been there. Today's episode was decided by something real simple. I am going back and forth to the dentist, right? Two of my front teeth were loose. Taking medication. You guys know that I am a diabetic, so I noticed some things happening. Two of my bottom front teeth were loose. So I went to the dentist. I got some crazy deep cleanings. I got all of these things because they wanted to make sure that my mouth didn't have any bacteria before they pulled the teeth. I got a bill that was so high that I was like, what the F? So I went someplace else and they again did some more deep cleanings. I got fitted for a flipper because the teeth do have to be extracted. And at first, all of this made me nervous. All of this made me nervous in the name of vanity because no one wants to be out in the world without teeth. And we judge people harshly who have bad teeth. But I don't judge people harshly who got bad teeth no more. Right? Brush your mother effing teeth. But the truth is, the dentist is motherfucking expensive. And so, to get to the funny part of the story, these teeth have been loose for over a year. I've been going to the dentist. I'm getting the deep cleanings. I'm getting the fillings. I'm getting all of the work done so that we can build up, so that I can have my teeth extracted and that I can have the flipper and that I can get implants. I should have just paid the first dentist because the cost is high no matter what. And so the tooth fell out this week. And if the tooth had fallen out when I first realized that it was tooth, I would have been in a state of panic. And I would not have wanted to go to work. I would not have wanted to be out in the world living. But this year with this tooth that's moving, shifting, pointing, hurting, all of the things aching at my body is kind of like being pregnant, right? I was ready for the damn tooth to come out. But even when the tooth come out, you're not sure if you are ready to go out into the world like this. So I went to work, I wore a mask, and because I've been at the same place of employment for over 20 years, I didn't give a damn what these people saw. But I didn't want strangers to see me, and all of these things kept coming up. And the crazy part is, the next day for work, I forgot to bring my mask. I got outside, I went into a little panic, but I realized the only time that I remembered that the tooth was missing was when I looked in the mirror. Ain't that some shit? When I looked in the mirror. I didn't give a damn what. I didn't remember. I'm talking, I'm laughing, I'm joking, I'm having all these experiences, and then I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh shit, snaggletooth. And I'm like, oh my God. You got to keep living. My friend invited me to a party to celebrate for someone's birthday, and I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go. I call myself a creative person. I tried to order some grills and they didn't get here in time. And I had to make a decision. Was I going to stop living because my tooth is missing? I called the dentist. I got an appointment set up for a week ahead. I was like, okay, I can do it. Then they called me back and told me because of a holiday, we have to push it back. So I have to wait almost 3 weeks to get my tooth fixed. And in the meantime, what do I do? What do I do? Do I stop living? Because I'm cute. I think I'm cute. And now I'm just snaggletooth cute. And yes, I will wear a mask in places where I do not know anybody, and I will cover my mouth a little bit when I am talking, but I have a plan. I am not going to stop living because of it, because I have done this in the past. I have stopped living. And the greatest lesson came when I didn't have any money. I was a young teen mom. It's Christmas time, and you guys know how much I love celebrating the birds. September, October, November, December. This is my season. This is the time where I love. I love the fall. I love when the trees are falling. I love when it starts to get cold. I love when I can drink hot chocolate and put marshmallows in it and all of these other things. I love going to the city to see the tree lights and to see it all decorated. We know I love shopping. I love gifts. I love all of it. I even love Santa Claus. Yo, I even love the tooth fairy, and I put my tooth underneath my bed, and when that heifer didn't show up, yo, I was mad. I don't know who I thought was supposed to put this money underneath this pillow, but somebody was supposed to put $100 underneath this pillow. And yes, I said $100. That's $100 because of inflation. You can't buy nothing with the dollar. Stop giving these babies $1 for their tooth. They can't buy nothing. Ain't no such thing as penny candy. Anyway, with that rant, I'm back on track. So I love the holidays. And it's Christmas time. I didn't have any money. And there have been many times where at the last second, I have come up with a way to make some money to make sure that my baby had Christmas. But this time, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So I told my son that Christmas was canceled. Now, the crazy thing about the stupidness of me telling him that Christmas was canceled is that my son has a full father, a full family on his father's side, and a full family on my side. Full aunts and uncles and cousins and best friends and all of these things who are going to make sure that Christmas has always looked like Christmas. And I didn't even have to tell these people that I didn't have Christmas. My son and I made cookies. We put popcorn on the Christmas tree. We watched Christmas movies. It was beautiful. He spends Christmas morning with his Christmas Eve at his father's house, and then his father would bring him home, and then we would wake up and have Christmas in my home. So I made breakfast and I did all of the things, and then we get dressed and we would go to my family's house, and then his father's family would come back and get him for another celebration, and Christmas was full. And I told my son to pick a day on the calendar, and that day would be his day. His day. He did that. We celebrated Kadeem Day 2 years in a row, where I took off work, he took off school, we went to the city, we had an amazing day. And when I say amazing, I mean amazing. We went to Toys R Us, we shopped till we dropped, and I mean literally, he fell out on the floor in a restaurant and was sleeping and was ready to go home because we had done so many things. My son is a full grown man now. And the motherfucker don't remember missing Christmas. I don't even know what to say about that. He doesn't remember there being no Christmas in my home. And I want to be half mad because how dare you not remember Christmas in our home? How dare you not remember that I didn't have it? But the truth is, it couldn't be as perfect, quote unquote, as I wanted. And I used what I had, and I made a way out of no way. And I gave love, and I gave myself, and I gave the energy, and I wasn't down. I wasn't in my bed crying. I didn't just stop all the festivities because I couldn't do what I wanted. I did what I could. I decided to live. And part of the reason why I just decided to live and to be is because I am a child who did not have a mother. I am going to be 50 this year. So that means that I have been without a mother for 42 years. My mother has been gone for 42 years. And I know that means that, and last year, I lost my father. So I have no parents here on earth, but I am sure that these two beings, along with a host of others, cover me and my son. They cover my footsteps. They show up when necessary. They are always there. I live a life of full gratitude. I stand in all of my truth. I know that I am favored. And the truth is, I believe everybody is favored, but you got to know you favored, and you got to step into your favor, and you got to believe in your favor. But some of us are living a life where we are blocked. Our minds are blocked. Our hearts are blocked. Our soul is blocked because we're so busy judging our lives against the Joneses that we can't see that our life is. Live the life that you have. Just live. There are always going to be obstacles. There are always going to be things that you don't like. There are always going to be mess ups and fuck ups. Oh my God. As Thanksgiving approaches, I want to tell you another story. I cook a feast for Thanksgiving because it is my gift to friends and family that I don't always get to see. So this is my gift. Nobody is really allowed to bring anything. One or two people get to bring something that has been tried and tested. But I create a feast. I love, and when I no guys, I love celebration. My love language, even though we now have learned that the love language comes from a person who is not that, look it up for yourself. But I enjoy giving to those that I love. I enjoy doing acts of service to those that I love. It makes me happy. But it's Thanksgiving Eve. The kitchen is going, pots are rumbling, things are baking, things are on the stove, it's hot, the greens. And I said to my son and my little cousin, hey guys, I'm going to take an hour nap. Watch the motherfucking string beans. String beans, guys, not macaroni, not the turkey, not the ham, not the ribs, not the yams, not the potato salad, just some simple motherfucking string beans. I hear a knock on my room door. Michelle. I open the door. We burnt the string beans. I'm like, what the fuck? How the hell do you burn vegetables? Some string beans. And not string beans out the can, fresh string beans, but they burnt them motherfuckers. And they didn't even bother to wake me up and tell me. They scraped the pot, took the string beans. I mean, burnt, y'all. Like the bottom of the string beans is black. And I was going to throw the string beans away, but I decided not to. I put some garlic and butter, and I put some lemon pepper, and I doctored up them string beans. I don't like telling these two this, but that year, those were the best string beans everybody had. I guess, I don't even know what we call them. Charred string beans. Charred lemon pepper string beans, because they still talking like they did me a favor. The point is, they weren't perfect. You can get mad, or you could live life. You can keep living. That's the point. That's the point. I saw an episode of This Is Us where they were going on a trip to celebrate Thanksgiving with people that nobody wanted to celebrate Thanksgiving with. They got stuck. They had to rent a cabin. And I think they had to have like beans out of a can. But it was everybody's favorite Thanksgiving. So it became something that they did always. Sometimes fuck ups and flaws can turn into beautiful, beautiful things. I moved. I used to celebrate Christmas with a friend. Hey T, every Christmas Eve, because my family didn't celebrate Christmas Eve. We celebrated Christmas Day. And like I told you guys, my son was with his father on Christmas Eve. So I would go next door in my pajamas, and then my son would show up to T's house in his pajamas, and then we would go home. But she was moving, I was moving, and I had to come up with a new thing to do. So I was like, well, I'll just sleep. And then one of my son's friends didn't have anywhere to go. And so he was going to be with us for Christmas. And so, you know me, that gave me an idea. I'd celebrate Christmas Eve at home. I got us some pajamas. I set up a little hot chocolate bar, movies, We had some gingerbread houses. That man would sleep in 5 minutes. I said, what the F? But there began another tradition. Now I got the nerve to celebrate Christmas Eve and Christmas morning. And I love that for myself. I love that we are out in the world simply just living. We deserve to just be out here living. You got to stop waiting for perfection. Life is happening now. Even in death, I know death is somber. But the truth about death is that we are not crying, most of us, because the person is somewhere where we don't want them to be. Most people believe that they are going off to a better place. So we are not necessarily crying for them. We are crying for ourselves. We are crying because their place in our life is gone. We are crying that if that's the person that you call when you first wake up, you can't do that no more. Death, it's like a breakup, but death is something that cannot be undone. So it feels heavy. But what I see and feel when I experience death is that you must keep living. The way to honor those that are not here is to tell God, the universal energy, that you want to live. You are happy to be here. You want to be experiencing a life. So for me, that means to keep living. Death is a sign to me to keep living. And no, I don't need the universe to keep telling me the sign. I understand it is embedded in my soul. Keep living. Wear the dress. Use the fine china or plastic. You got to keep living. Your flaws do not disqualify you from joy. Joy is an inside job. It does not come from some place. Joy is not something that you find on the journey. You must go on the journey with joy. That is why it is so important to unpack, unlearn all of the shit that you have been indoctrinated with, all of the people who have told you that it needs to be perfect and right and just so. No, even if it's not, keep living. If you don't have money to go to the museum, go to the park. If you don't have money to go to the movies, make a little fort in the living room and watch motherfucking TV. If you don't have it big, do it small and make small big. I'm telling you guys, especially if you are love, if you lead with love, if love is the center of the activity, if love is the center of whatever you are doing, whatever you are feeling, I promise you, it will feel big. All of my kids are grown. I only have one biological, and then I have a host of others who I need and need me, and we cover each other. My kids are grown and talking about they don't know what they're going to do because Christmas is at mom's house. Because I lead with love. With love. I lead with love. Love is the center of living and to keep living. It's love. Obstacles are a part of life. But they don't have to stop your living. So many of you are waiting for the right opportunity, the right time. There ain't no right time. There ain't no right time to take the leap. There's not even a right time to break up. There isn't a right time for nothing. The time is now. Now is the only moment that you are promised. Only now, which is why we have to be living like the only time that we have is the time of now. Stop being so hard on yourself. I'm telling you, the hardness that you feel doesn't come from you. It comes from observation. It comes from parents. It comes from family. It comes from seeing. It comes from indoctrination. It comes from all of the lies that you have been told. But I am telling you that if you live life in the now, in all of the mess will become beautiful. Think some of the most beautiful moments you have ever had were moments that looked ridiculous. And that is okay, because living fully means showing up exactly as you are. I'm tired of talking to you guys. Bye.